Welcome to Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine. I'm your host, Jill Jardine, master's in counseling psychology, longtime astrologer, psychic healer, and yogi. In today's episode, I'm going to discuss January 2023 and the key astrological aspects. Stay tuned till the end of the episode when I give the sun sign forecast for January for each zodiac sign. Welcome to the episode on the astrology of January 2023. I'm going to discuss the first lunation of 2023, which is the Cancer full moon with the sun in Capricorn on January 6th. This full moon sets the tone for the coming year. I'll also be sharing key astro activity for January 2023. Stay tuned until the end of the episode when I give sun sign forecast for each zodiac sign. January is an action-packed month with lots of planetary purging before Lunar New Year arrives early this year on January 22nd, 2023. We begin 2023 with a sluggishness enhanced by 2 retrograde planets and a Capricornian cluster, including Sun, Mercury retrograde, and Pluto together in the sign Capricorn. Venus is also there, and she moves out on January 2nd. Venus and Pluto are exact in the sign of Capricorn. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but this is sort of a slow start to the year. It may feel like we're mountain goats, which is Capricorn's animal totem, hauling a heavy load up the mountain. That heavy burden is the collective karma that needs to be freed up and cleared. Feels like there's more that needs to happen before the collective awakens and gets their Aquarian age groove on. We need a shift into unity conscious, and it's a coming in 2023. We just have to make it through the first 3 weeks of January until we are freed up by the Aquarian new moon and Lunar New Year, which arrive on January 21st and 22nd. Venus gets her groove back early in 2023, transiting into Aquarius on January 2nd and saying goodbye to hardworking Capricorn. Mars, the warrior and vitality planet, has been backtracking through Gemini since October 30th, 2022, and finally goes direct on January 12th. Ground your energy and don't believe everything you hear in the news in early January. Mars retrograde in Gemini likes to distort the truth. Mercury, the messenger, has been in retrograde redux in Capricorn since December 29th, 2022, and goes direct on January 18th. The beginning of the year is not a clear indicator of the potentialities and possibilities of 2023. Get ready to rock and roll at the Lunar New Year on January 22nd, 2023. Okay, so here are the key dates and activities in January 2023. I'll give you the dates and then I'll go back and discuss them in more detail. On January 2nd, Venus transits into Aquarius until January 26th. On January 6th, there's the full moon in Cancer while the sun is in Capricorn. January 12th, Mars goes direct in Gemini. January 18th, Mercury goes direct in Capricorn. January 20th, the sun enters Aquarius. January 21st, we have the new moon in Aquarius. January 22nd ushers in the Lunar New Year of the Rabbit. Also on that busy Astro day, January 22nd, Uranus goes direct in Taurus. And on January 26th, Venus transits into Pisces. Busy month as we launch into 2023. The first major transit of 2023 occurs on January 2nd when Venus, the goddess of love, transits into free-spirited Aquarius. Throw off those relationship shackles and initiate new beginnings for love in 2023. Venus in Aquarius loves her freedom and anything goes. Having a new outlook or forward thinking or unconventional approach to relationship will help you during this Venus transit for the month of January. It keeps you open-minded to new ways of connecting and new ways of exchanging ideas. You may want to get involved with new groups or anything related to connecting to others. new ideas for your life strategies and how to relate to people. So Aquarius rules technology. And if you've been contemplating going on a dating app, do it when Venus is in Aquarius. Try a new app for 2023. I heard Hinge is quite popular now. Couples will likely bring some spice back into their love life and honor each other in the partnership while keeping a sense of individuality. Venus in Aquarius, anything goes. The first lunar event of 2023 is the full moon on January 6th, the wolf moon, with the moon in Cancer and the sun in Capricorn. This full moon brings up issues of security and shortages. Capricorn is an earth sign, so it indicates our worldly concerns, such as our jobs, career, income, or what is my dharma or life purpose or mission in life. Earth signs also signify our physical bodies. Maintaining health and keeping that physical temple running is very important at this time. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of form, also known as the taskmaster and sometimes the grim reaper, and always the lord of karma. Saturn decides how long we will reside in our body. When the coat of the physical body is worn out, we shed it and die. So we may be thinking more of our mortality in early January. Capricorn also rules business and economic concerns. Tightening the belt economically and physically for those extra pounds that you accumulated during the holiday may be indicated in this coming year, so start it now. There could be some concerning news about the economy around this full moon. Cancer is a water sign and rules the emotions. Our emotions are like waves that rise and fall and ebb and flow. Look what has flowed into your life at this full moon and what needs to flow out. People may be more moody at this Cancer full moon. Cancer is the natural sign ruler of the moon. So a Cancer full moon will make people more sensitive and even perhaps out of sorts. So decide who you want to hang out with during this full moon and be ready for changeable moods. This full moon is about balancing our commitment to our career and families. This full moon occurs at 16 degrees Cancer. The Sabian symbol for 16 degrees Cancer is, quote, a man studying a mandala in front of him with the help of a very ancient book. The keynote is a deep concern with problems raised by the process of personality integration. For those of you who don't know what a mandala is, it's a sacred geometry that, when we focus on it by studying it or drawing one, it will bring us into a state of wholeness or getting into a place where we feel more integrated. However, mandala making or mandala focusing or meditation, mandala meditation is an esoteric approach and not everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone will be at the evolutionary level to understand the power of personality and internal integration, which comes from meditating or making a mandala. Some people will not be ready to go to the next level and connect with higher consciousness. Therefore, I feel like this Sabian symbol signifies the shift of consciousness that could occur on the planet during 2023. There will be those who are able to go deeper into their evolutionary process, but then there will be those who are stuck, who want the old order or outworn patterns of life on Earth to continue. Also, the Sabian symbol shows that more people are opening their minds and awareness to the metaphysical, the spiritual, and being aware of those realms beyond the physical. After this full moon, during the second 2 weeks of January, we may be in deep with the January blues. No help from the sticker shock of credit card bills from 2022 and the rising cost of home heating, oil and gas, groceries, and other expenditures. It's a slow start to the new year with no major astrological aspects between the full moon of January 6th and when the sun transits into Aquarius on January 20th. And we still will have Mercury retrograde until the 18th of January. But get ready, use that time, those first 3 weeks, to really take care of yourself, do the self-care, take care of business left over from 2022, and get your house in order. Because the Aquarian equinox this year starts strong, amping up the frequencies. Hold on to your hat. Things will get wild between January 20th and February 18th. The day after, the sun transits into Aquarius on the 20th of January. It is the Aquarian new moon on January 21st, ushering in the Lunar New Year on January 22nd, which arrives early this year, giving us renewed hope and inspiration. The Aquarius new moon on January 21st initiates new beginnings. It's go time. Get your groove on and try something new and different. Anything goes, breakthroughs abound. This new moon occurs in the first degrees of Aquarius. I personally feel those best degrees of the zodiac are the first few days of Aquarius. The new moon in Aquarius marks the beginning of a new cycle. In the sign of Aquarius, friendship, brotherhood, group activities, social pursuits, group projects, new beginnings, humanitarian efforts, or joining a new group or trying new technology are indicated at this time. New beginnings regarding any of those matters are possible now. Our brains can be rewired and we can come up with creative solutions and resolutions to our issues or dilemmas. We are forward thinking and look to the future with a renewed and positive vision. Get out there and socialize. With this potent Aquarius energy, we have the chance to make progressive changes in our life. Like all the new moons from the past 5 months, this Aquarian new moon occurs in the first degrees of the sign, Aquarius 1. The Sabian symbol for Aquarius 1 is an old adobe mission in California. The keynote is the power inherent in all great human works to endure far beyond the worker's lifespans. This Sabian symbol has actually showed up in a previous podcast. I can't remember which one, but interesting that it's popping up again. And I think within the last year or so. So this is a very important message, an old adobe mission in California. So what does that mean? It means that we can start with a spiritualized and idealistic or creative picture of the future and give the social forces at work credit or what they may be creating in the future. This also implies to the immortalization of an individual who affects the collective or a cultural enterprise. So maybe we should think, how can I affect the collective? How can I make a difference in the world in a positive way? In astrology, Aquarius is the 11th house ruler. 11th house has to do with offering your gift, signified by Leo in the 5th house, out to the collective. So what has been the gift you've been cultivating in your life? And how can you give it to the greater good? Ponder on that at this Aquarian new moon. January 22nd, 2023 is an astrological power-packed day, ringing in the year of the rabbit in Chinese astrology and ushering in Uranus's forward motion in Taurus after being retrograde for 5 months since August 24th, 2022. Uranus is the ruling planet of Aquarius, and it decided to wait until the Aquarian new moon this year to go direct. It's go time. Lunar New Year, which occurs annually at the new moon in Aquarius, is the best time to celebrate the new year, especially where we started 2023 with 2 retrograde planets. So set your intentions, do your fire ceremonies and group activities and activations on January 22nd, 2023 to celebrate Lunar New Year. The year of the rabbit goes from January 22nd, 2023 until February 9th, 2024. The last time we were in a year of the rabbit was 2011. So think back to what happened to you. And also in previous rabbit years. Previous rabbit years are 1999, 1987, 1975, 1963, 1951, 1939, and 1927. Your Chinese zodiac year repeats every 12 years. So one will experience it at 12 years old, 24 years old, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, and 96 years old. The Chinese zodiac year tends to coincide with your Jupiter return year, which also occurs every 12 years. So if it is your Jupiter return year or Chinese zodiac year, it is generally considered lucky. In Chinese astrology, the rabbit symbolizes patience and luck. So we should all be getting some better luck this year than in previous years. Let's hope so. The year of the rabbit will bring what we lacked in 2022, peace and success. The influence of the rabbit will temper those too impulsive or those with their heads in the clouds. This is why thinking twice before acting will help you to fulfill your plans successfully. According to Chinese astrology for 2023, the year of the rabbit will be a good time for all zodiac signs. And an extremely lucky year for most zodiac signs. All the signs will be successful in love, and most will manage to go to a new level in career life. Yeehaw! Can't wait. Every sign, you got that coming, unless your subconscious blocks it from you. Things really accelerate when Uranus transits direct on January 22nd in Taurus. Uranus is the planetary archetype of change and awakening. He's called the Great Awakener and is likened to lightning striking. You are changed forever after Uranus transit. The sleeping giant of collective revolutionary awareness has been simmering behind the scenes. Uranus's keynote is anything for freedom. No one puts baby in a corner when Uranus is aroused from his slumber. Where freedom feels threatened, Uranus strikes like lightning, shocking and waking people up to take back their innate rights and sovereignty. Uranus moving forward in Aquarius can also create some weird weather anomalies. The good news about Uranus going direct on January 22nd is now we have all planets traveling direct until April when Mercury goes retrograde. So take advantage of this pretty much 3-month period of time to get shit done. Yeehaw! The last big planetary ingress in January 2023 is Venus transiting into Pisces. In astrology, Venus is exalted in Pisces. Those people who have a natal Venus in Pisces love to love, but sometimes can sacrifice anything to the altar of love. Where Venus is kind of wild and unpredictable in Aquarius, now she calms down in Pisces and looks for ways to soothe the heart and soul. If you're looking for love, you just might make that heartfelt connection while Venus transits Pisces from January 26th through February 20th, 2023. Stay tuned for the sun sign forecast for each zodiac sign. Here's the part of the episode you've been waiting for. Sun sign forecast for each zodiac sign for January 2023. Let's hope you start the year off on the right foot. Let's start with the birthday kids. Happy birthday, Capricorn, born approximately December 21st through January 20th. Capricorn planets, Sun, Mercury retrograde, Pluto conjunct Venus, the first day of 2023, initiate the year with a slow start. Mercury retrograde in Capricorn forces you to rehash last year and make new plans for 2023 to kick off when Mercury goes direct in Capricorn on January 18th. It's good to know that you're not the only one feeling sluggish. Everyone is forced to clear karma before they launch into 2023. Do the RE words during Mercury retrograde, Capricorn. Revisit, reassess, reinvent yourself, and relax. It's a good time to clean house and unload the unnecessary. Focus on improving all those things that support your life. Your lucky days, Capricorn, are January 2nd, 3rd, 29th, and 30th. Aquarius, born approximately January 20th through February 19th. Aquarius is biding their time in early January until the Aquarian equinox. Aquarian new moon and Lunar New Year kicks off on 1/20, 1/21, and 1/20/22, respectively. Saturn, Lord of Karma, has been kicking your butt for 2.5 years, transiting through your sign. And you might feel heavy as he's transiting now the late degrees of Aquarius, shifting into Pisces on March 7th, 2023. Early January is a time for Aquarius to rest and renew, clean up your act, and focus on healing your body. You will be blasting into new realms and realities beginning on January 20th. Get your vehicle ready to go into warp speed, Aquarius. Your lucky days are January 4th, 5th, and 31st. Pisces, born approximately February 19th to March 21st. Capricorn planets force you into retreat mode in early January. Emotions run high at the Cancer full moon on January 6th. Restore and rest during Mercury retrograde. Give your adrenals a much-needed reboot. Jupiter left your sign in December, and Saturn is about to enter Pisces in March. So take time in January and February to realign with your dreams and soul purpose. It's okay to have some downtime. Saturn is finishing its transit in your 12th house and clearing karmic residue to help you begin anew. Your lucky days, Pisces, are January 6th and 7th. Aries, born approximately March 21st through April 21st. You feel the karmic weight from Capricornian cardinal cluster in early January with Sun, Mercury retrograde, and Pluto in Capricorn, all squaring your natal sun. However, the great guru, Jupiter, is now transiting your sign, showering grace and powering you up for the next phase. You are ready to rock and roll at the Aquarian new moon and Lunar New Year during the 3rd week of January. Something's coming, something's good. If I can wait, something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be great. Your lucky days, Aries, are January 8th and 9th. Taurus, born approximately April 21st through May 21st. Taurus enjoys the slower pace in early January thanks to Mercury retro and fellow Earth sign Capricorn. It gives you time to reassess your career path and how you want to spend your time, money, and energy. When giant changemaker Uranus goes direct on January 22nd, Taurus feels the acceleration and activations. Life speeds up. Finances can improve and new opportunities abound. Set goals and intentions in early January before the Uranian tornado hits and you are scurried along by the winds of time. Your lucky days, Taurus, are January 10th, 11th, and 12th. Gemini, born approximately May 21st through June 21st. Gemini, I know it's been a tough 3 months, revisiting the past, feeling emotions, and processing everything that you don't usually have time to look at. Use early January to set your goals and reevaluate your priorities. Take this time out with Mars still retrograde in your sign until January 12th to rethink, revise, reassess your direction and associations in life. You need to become very clear-headed and focused by the Aquarian new moon whirlwind beginning January 21st. Your lucky days, Gemini, are January 13th and 14th. Cancer, born approximately June 21st through July 21st. Capricorn planets want to kick some Cancerian butt. Cancer full moon on January 6th gives you a breath of fresh air and helps you release all that no longer serves. Retreat to your safe place. Go back into that Cancerian shell and get cozy at home. Self-care and comfort are recommended in early January. Find some time to rest and regroup before the Aquarian accelerations begin. Your lucky days, Cancer, are January 15th, 16th, and 17th. Leo, born approximately July 21st through August 21st. Leo has to sit tight in January and think about recreating themselves by the full moon in February, which arrives on February 5th. Retrograde planets and Capricornian cluster are saying slow down and smell the coffee. Reboot and regroup. Luckily, Jupiter in Aries, fellow fire sign, is igniting your creativity and giving you hope and luck in 2023. Your lucky days, Leo, are January 18th and 19th. Virgo, born approximately August 21st to September 21st. Early January gives some peace to Virgo thanks to Sun, Mercury retrograde, and Pluto in Capricorn sending some nice transits. Mercury retrograde gives you a breather from the hard work of the past few months and lets you take some time to reassess your life and set intentions for 2023. It will be another year of rebirthing yourself. Virgo receives a nice boost from Pluto in Capricorn, finishing out a 14-year transit through fellow Earth sign, and will continue to transform your life in positive ways. Your lucky days, Virgo, are January 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Libra, born approximately September 21st through October 21st. Sociable Libra withdraws and retreats in January as the Capricornian cluster turns it down a notch. The mundane requires your attention and you may feel bored. You may have to restore your energies to get ready for the Aquarian whirlwinds and windfalls beginning January 21st. Your social life is about to get really busy and your love life is amped up. Libra lucky days are January 23rd and 24th. Scorpio, born approximately October 21st through November 21st. You are still reeling in that 3-month window after the eclipses in your sign from October and November. Keep breathing and keep calm and plod through all the unexpected twists coming your way and what feels like heavy responsibilities. Early January, you'll keep your nose to the grindstone and wrap up big projects left over from 2022. Mercury retrograde in early January will help you to reassess, review, and reset. Your lucky days, Scorpio, are January 25th and 26th. Sagittarius, born approximately November 21st to December 21st. You feel very sluggish at the beginning of 2023 with Mars and Gemini opposing your sun. Unexpected health concerns can pop up and your energy may need a reboot. Capricorn planets in your money house perk up potential profitable endeavors. When the Aquarian influx of planets arrive in the third week of January, Sag gets their groove back and can plan big adventures for 2023. Your lucky days, Sagittarius, are January 1st, 27th, and 28th. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine on the astrology of January 2023. Remember to subscribe, download, share, and give us a 5-star review. Sending cosmic currents into 2023, into the quantum field.